How are you? All right. You're good. I know that because you are watching me, and that's a good sign. I enjoy your royalty. Loyalty or royalty? I think I have a statement about royalty. So I'm very glad to be back with you guys. Roundup and wrap up of Rabat. Wrap up in Rabat, Morocco. This track and field, we are going down on the track. And I tell you what, surprises, upsets, shockers, depending on whom you ask. For me, it's athletic without boundaries. And this is my take. I had to see everything from a lens of ground zero. Ah, let me just get one more event from field events. Discus, Valerie Sion could not be denied a victory in 68-75. Behind was Klinken, and third place was an American Tuasaga. That's discus. I'll just give it to Valerie. Valerie, Valentorian, whatever you call it, give me the dance. She wins it. She's solid. One thing we know, she hasn't been beaten since last time we saw her in the Diamond League. She's a solid athlete, newly married, happy as she can get. Right beside her is her husband. It's a glorious day for Katie, not Katie, I'm Katie Moon. Valerie Sion, Sion. That is discus, gone to America. Third place for another American. Let's leave with that in the field events. An observation. You know, there's one thing I know about life, about people, about human beings. They have emotions. They do. And if you don't have emotions, you're dead. Um, and so I was watching the royalty, the royal VIP section. They were kind of giving a snapshot of the royalty. There's a young royal, I don't know, the new king or the young king. Man, talk of being denied life. This idea you're just stiff necked. You can't even show emotions. They look like they were planted there. They were just said, okay, sit here, don't move your eyelids, don't move your face, don't even move anything, don't even sneeze, don't even. They look very constipated. They look very stiff. They were not cheering, no clapping, just royalty, my friend. Listen, I'm not envious of being royal. The monarchy is not for everybody. Maybe some people are just born into it. But just my observation is that they are the pride of life. Honestly, it's as if life has been sucked out of them. They look like statues, just sitting there like this. Even a fly could go through their face and they were just like, okay. It's so it's so strange. In an emotional event like Diamond League in Rabat, the VIP, my friend. Just get me on the track and let's go there. Let's go on the track where emotions were flowing. They were fluent. They were fluid, not fluent. They were, everything and was loosened up. 100 meters hurdles. Toby Amusan protects our territory of Africa continent from Nigeria. World record holder. She doesn't relinquish that in Rabat. She stands tall as a queen, runs away from the rest of the field. But before she did that, Devon Shelton of Bahamas, is she Bahamian? Maybe I'm mixing it up. She got off the blocks as she was possessed. If it was 50, 60 meters, she had won that race. But Toby, the African queen, the pride of Africa, was just waiting for a moment before she swallowed Shelton up, won the race 12:28, 12:40, second place, and third place went to, do I even know? Yeah, I do. What was the third place? Does it matter? Weissa, German? Sometimes this nationality just miss me. So bear my ignorance here. But Toby Amusan wins the 100 meters hurdles. Man, if only Devon Shelton had the, what do you call it, the endurance to hold that gap. The gap was just decent, but it's 100 meters, not 50, not 60, not 80. It's 100 meters hurdles. Tobia Musa, the Nigerian from Lagos, wins that one, my friend, protecting the territory and telling people This is my home turf. I watched her in the press conference yesterday. What a brilliant person indeed. Enjoy that one. 400 meters hurdles, there's nothing really other than the fact that Slovakian Zapletalova found Cockrell in the home straight after she had passed her in the curve and told her, not today. Cockrell goes second in 53.11. 52.83 was the winning. Zabletalova. I'm working on the names. Don't be too hard on me, okay? It was just one of those things, home straight. You get tight. You start to play some wrong keys on your keyboard, on the piano. Things happen. Best time in the world, mid record, gone in Rabat. Exciting evening over there. There's one thing you have to admire is how the crowd was enjoying itself. I'll leave it to you to enjoy it when you can, when you see it. Okay, I enjoyed it from a distance, but I could tell the crowd was into it. The other event that was fascinating was the 400 meters hurdles. Quincy Hall has been injured, so we didn't know what to expect from him. While Olympic record, Olympiad gold medalist, and he talked about it during the press conference. He wasn't even sure. All he wanted to do was get the cobwebs, get his feet wet. He got his feet wet. He was dead last, 45. I think he can take that given his hamstring issues he had. I'll give him that. But he looked to be protecting his body a little bit. It's not the old Quincy Hall we knew. But he's finished the race. The winner was, who's the winner? Why am I confused today? I don't like when I'm confused. An American. Peterson, 42.11, mid record. Yeah, the home straight was it's very hard to separate those boys because you had the Brit Med Halston Smith. He came back with a 42, 44, 25, second place. Third place was an American, McRae. So it was 1-3 for America. Nene faded them. The South African faded to fourth place, 44. So we had 44 day for these boys in the 400. But Quincy Hall, I'm happy for him. People might talk about the winner all they want, but you have to recognize injuries and see when people coming back, and you have to applaud him. It's very easy to give up, but he never gave up. I'll give him a shout out for that 400 meters. I saw him kind of finding something. He's a great runner, and I didn't know he wanted to do hurdles at one point, even 800 meters. So you can see why I'm giving him some more time on this one. 400 meters goes to um, American Peterson in 44.11. That is the mid record indeed. My notes, I'm turning pages, man, because it got better from that point on. 800 meters. Adre Werro, the Swiss. How does she win this race? She does it because I think it is ridiculous how they pack these athletes right now in the 800. 13 athletes in an 8-lane track is insane. Whether you are saving money, whether you're trying to appease viewers, whether you're trying to cut back on time on this idea and you invite too many athletes, it's insane. I'll talk about it again in another event and I'll mention it again. 13 athletes. So you have 8 lanes. So the stagger can be interesting. And you have to have a pacemaker who has to take off because you have to drag these 13 athletes to line them up. They don't trip, they don't stampede, run into each other. But Werro is brilliant. She takes command at a certain point of this race. I think the back straight, 300 meters to go in the 800. She doesn't relinquish that. Her arm movements are fantastic. You don't see effort, but there's power coming out of it. Remind me of Michael Johnson. There was nothing much like stuff. This, and she was gone. Good gap ahead of Sige Duguma. The last 10 meters, Lillian Odira. I thought she was from Nairobi. You can drive through traffic in Nairobi, Lillian Odira. You know how to navigate those mad matatus. She stumbled, still gets second, 157, her season best. Not bad for her. I was doubtful about this. My take was Duguma winning it, but Werro surprises me here. But she's bright. She does at the end. I like the emotions I let go at the end. The Swiss, Give me the cheese, man, from Switzerland. Andre Werro, 157. No, 156. My bad. 156.36. Oh, don't even start with me. 156.36. Best time of the year. Sige Duguma gets 157.24.27 for Lillian. Okay, that was that. But I still don't understand these organizers and how they have people packed as if they are crossing the border. Oh, shit, I didn't do that. I did. Okay, let's go to the next event. 100 meters was plain Jamaican. This was Jamaican affair. The 100 meters women. Jamaican affair. There was nobody. It was Jamaica, Jamaica. Tina Clayton got off the blocks like somebody was just saying, don't look behind because you might end up in Sodom and Gomorrah. Don't look behind, Tina Clayton. She leads the compatriots of Williams and Smith, 1085, 1095, and 11 flat. Jamaica, Jamaica, my friend, 100 meters. Don't even start with me here. It was the affair of Jamaicans in 100 meters. Tina Clayton, where is her sister? They are twin sisters. But Tina doesn't care. She leaves Jamaica. She carries the nation in Rabat. 200 meters, my friend. Another event. Another event. Kenny Benorek, the ninja guy, the Kung Fu Panda guy, had an outfit that just got my attention. This guy knows how to put his wardrobe on. He got on the blocks, and there was a false start. The false start was a guy by the name of Aaron Brown, American, Canadian, I don't remember. He just false started, plain, just right there. You don't have to get any help from technical devices. You could see it. But there's grace in Morocco, my friend. When you're in Rabat, you experience grace. The official says, oh, it's just a green. It's green. Everybody has been warned. Don't do it again. I've never seen that before. Even the commentators was like, really? You're going to be nice? Well, you can be nice in Morocco because the royals wants to see. They want to see people being disqualified. There's VIPs watching. Respect the VIPs. They're just staring down at the officials. Don't disqualify Aaron Brown. Even if it was blatant false start. The guy just got off the blocks. He should have been disqualified anywhere, anytime, even in Kenya, my friend. Anyway, the winner is Kenny Benorek. He jogged. So he won this race at least the first 15 meters because the Sile Tebogo didn't try to chase him in the home straight. He gave up 1996 for Lesile Tebogo, which wasn't bad. And then Dambile of South Africa, 2003. This was Kenny Benorek race from the get-go. It's like Jamaica and the 100 meters women. Tina Clayton, it was over. This is what I call a gone race. There's a race you watch and you're like, it's what some people call it going away performance. It's like wrap up the gift, give it to Kenny Benorek in the 200 meters. He won before everybody could even get off the blocks. That's how good he was. Best time of 1969. Brilliant race, my friend. My man, the Kung Fu guy, Panda. Man, what is he going to do the rest of the season? Time will tell. And then we came the 1500 meters race, the man. Let's talk of pacemakers. I'll mention their names here because people don't mention pacemakers. I was a pacemaker during my heydays. It's like we are just we are like what do you call it? Uh, Additional characters in a movie. Like some guys maybe doing makeup. You don't mention them; they're just like a cloud. But the pacemaker Akabache and some guy, his name was Rudolph, did an incredible work in that 1500 meters. Though I think the field again was insane. I don't understand this herding. Why do we have to take athletes into a track that is let's say 12 is enough. 14 is too many in 1500 meters. But 18 athletes? That is like jamming them into some truck somewhere to a slaughterhouse. I don't care for this. I know what they are doing. I know exactly what they're doing. It's about money, inviting too many, and having you don't have time slots to run different races. So you have this herd of athletes, and thank goodness they are smarter than that. They don't stampede and trip each other. But this race, 1500 meters, turned out to be what I thought it was gonna be. 1,000 meters to go. A thousand was it? At 1,000 meter mark. Yeah, that's about 500 meters to go. Nugusa is like, Nugush, 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 Nugush takes the lead. Nugush. I was cheering at it, man. Listen, there's some people you just love. These guys just, he has a beautiful heart. You can tell. He's a guy you root for. He takes the lead and he makes sure he doesn't give up anywhere else. He doesn't relinquish it. He shakes off the Isaac Nadal from Portugal, the world champion, as Azadine has from France, tries his best. There's a big train coming. There's a big truck full of whatever you want to call it. They are surging to the finish line. 3:30, my friend. 3:30:35. Nuguse. I don't remember the last time this guy won. He's been having some interesting seasons. The last few, if I may say, point later, because I remember last time I watched him in the mile in Prefontaine, it wasn't his best. It could have been if he had won, except he allowed the Dutch guy to come back on him. He wins this one ahead of these guys, this top-notch world champion, Isaac Nader, and Azadine has. 3:30 this time of the year. Nuguse, man, I think this is a race I was like, man, I'm happy for this guy. You just have to be happy for him. 1,500 meters, man, is Nugush for the taking. He does it ahead of world champion Isaac Nadal from Lisbon, Portugal, the Portuguese guy. What else? 200 meters was a surprise for me. Stooges beats Miller. Mila Hoibo Shohen. She stood up. She's tall. Off the blocks. She never even used her blocks. I've never seen that in my life. She just stood up. Just stood up. She's tall. Off the blocks, you're supposed to shoot up and just stay as low as you can. And hopefully you get the momentum. She just stood up there. And Stooges was not to be denied this one. 22:20 in the 200 meters. She wins that one. 800 meters, my friend. I got to tell you something. I still do not understand how you can pack so many athletes on the track again in the 800. Too many for no freaking reason. It's a royal treatment. I'm still not getting it. I don't understand. But again, a good field, Wanyonyi, Brazier, Creston, the Belgium, Bergin, the Brit was in the field. English, who just won in Xiamen, China. Puhal, Mohala of Nigeria. Good field. Good pace making. 49.78 was aggressive. He had to get out. He went at 23 the fast 200. Why? Too many athletes. Even the pacemaker had to get out of the jam. And he did. 49.78. That's asking a lot. So I saw something about Wanyonyi. He's not sure about his 800 form yet. He held back a lot. He did. And in the back straight, Bergin, the Brit took off, opened a good margin. 142 was the winning time. 142, what was it? 142.99, season best, mid record. Was I surprised? No. This is the second year in a row that, what's his name? Wanyonyi has gone to Rabat and he's lost. Last time he lost to Masalela. And he loses here to Bergin. He doesn't tell me much about his season. He runs a season best of 143.56. And then 143.75 for Mahola of Algeria. This is not bad time for Wanyonyi. Let me give him a voice. Bergin, these are the characters that they can spoil the party for anybody because you don't know what they're going to do. He looks good though. He looks very comfortable on the home straight. Wanyonyi tried to put something on him, but I think he's not sure of himself. 143 to open your season is something you can take to the bank. You can train with that. Anybody will want to have that. I didn't check Brazier's time. I wonder what did Brazier run. Maybe I didn't see him. I didn't pay attention to the finish. But those are the top three for me. I saw Bergin, Wanyonyi, and Mahola of Nigeria. 142, 143s. And 800 is as surprising as it comes. It starts like that, but it doesn't end like that. The season is still long, but it's to see these guys going for it. 143, 142 right now is incredibly good. And I'm looking forward to seeing these guys, how the season unfolds. Was I surprised with Anyonyi? Nah, no, I'm not. If you are getting into the year with your first 800, you're not very. I didn't see the confidence I've seen over the year. So time will tell. The Brit looked good, 142.9. Will he maintain that throughout the season? He's a 142 guy coming in, so he's okay. So Wanyonyi has 141 that we know of in the bag. So we'll see how that comes out as the season unfolds. The curtain closure was the steeplechase. Sofian El Bakkali, the royalty was stiff again. These people, man, I don't understand royalty and monarchy. I don't understand the fact they cannot even smile. They have no facial reaction expressions at all. They have been trained to be cold, and they were cold because the camera kept showing us this was an event El Bakkali was supposed to win. He wins in 7:57, best time of the year. Behind him was European record Rubet of Germany, 57:80, and Koech, who looks naive to me, in a 59:44. And that's the three steeplechase. And there's one thing Kenyans have to get used to: third or fourth, or even worse. I don't think Kenyans even have a second chance in steeplechase. Like no second chance, second place in steeplechase. They have just been relegated. We don't have it anymore. It's gone. It's gone to Morocco, and El Bakkali was not going to be denied this victory. I said it in my last episode, this was for him to showcase why he's a royal guy. The royal was there for him, and he was not going to let them down, no matter what Koech, Serem, and Rupert was going to do. El Bakkali is a 332 guy in the 1500 meters. When it came down to it, he knew what to do. Um, this was business for him. He's consistent. He's shown us in championship, Olympics, except Beamish, Jodia Beamish of New Zealand I think they just invited him because they were a champion. He was nowhere to be seen. I think he was dead last. Did he even finish? Nobody cares because he never featured even the top 10. The field was stretched out from the get go. There was an attempt for the world record at one point, but I don't think that was going to happen. 7:57 was the winning time. And I can keep saying Kenya should just get used to being third or fourth or nowhere in the steeplechase. This thing left Kenya a long time ago. We were used to this thing like, oh, Kenya, steeplechase. History. Anyway, the winner here, El Bakkali, in front of the royal family. And this is a curtain closure for you guys. That's all I have from you from Rabat. I hope you enjoyed my narration, my take. If you did, you know what to do. Just give me a comment if you appreciate it. Some flowers, thumbs up. And if you're not a member, just try to be subscribing, man. It's a free world, free community we're creating here. Appreciate you guys. I'll talk to you guys on the other side of the coin, the other side of the pillow. Good night, good day. What? Allah Akbar from Rabat.